I want this program to always reach out to people that contributed to it, and I want the current players to know the former players. We are a family, as they say. We are a fraternity, if you would, of people that should have a lot of pride in this program and help it grow and help it get better. And you know, I know, looking back many moons ago as a player, I'm very proud of my school, and I'm still in touch with teammates that I played with in the 70s, and I want this experience to be something that matters to these kids when they get older as well. So we're working on that. It's important to us. It's part of having a good program.
Tonight you play a Pacific team that you played very tough in Stockton, came up a little short against. Different part of the year, teams are in different places. What's the matchup like tonight?
Well, this is a very balanced team. If you look at, you know, they play 10 guys. They all shoot about the same number of shots. They average about the same number of points. So a very balanced team on both ends of the floor. Bob Thomason, we're going to recognize him today, the coach. He's retiring after this year. Is just a you know, an outstanding, great basketball coach, and continues to do great work with his folks. And you know, John, you know this, but we've lost another player. It's one of the most disappointing things that's ever happened to me in my career to see Josh Fox go down in that Davis game. It looks like he's got a torn ACL. He'll be done for, you know, quite some time. So we're going to have to make up for those minutes and his contribution, and we'll see how, you know, early on we're going to go back with Trayvon Owens in there as a starter. Chris Harrell is back from an injury, so we'll see how these 5 guys mesh together, and we'll look for, as we said the other night, look for some help off that bench.
All right, Coach, good luck.
John, thanks.
All right, we're back live courtside here at the SRC Arena. There's a lot covered in that interview with head coach Jim Wooldridge. They honored Coach Bob Thomason in a pregame ceremony during that interview. The senior Robert Smith was honored pregame, presented with his jersey and a plaque, joined by his teammates and his coaches. And you heard the news about Josh Fox, the very promising freshman for the Highlanders, with an apparent ACL injury suffered during the Davis game. More on him as we find out, and perhaps we'll have an update during the final 2 games of the regular season at Cal Poly next Thursday and at Santa Barbara next Saturday. Let's get you the starting lineups for Pacific. 16-12 on the year, 10-5 in the Big West. Head coach Bob Thomason retiring after this, his 25th season at his alma mater. And his starting lineup, 3 guards and 2 forwards. Colin Beatty, Sama Taku, and Lorenzo McLeod in the backcourt. The front line of Khalil Kelly and Travis Fulton. Fulton 17 points in the win at Fullerton. Pacific 64-55 over the Titans on Thursday night. For head coach Jim Wooldridge, his revamped lineup looks like this. The guards, Robert Smith and Chris Harrell. Trey Owens, Taylor Johns, and Chris Patton are the bigs. For UC Riverside, the Highlanders 6-22 overall. They are 3-12 in the Big West. Pacific is out on the floor in their orange traveling jerseys and trunks, black numerals and lettering trimmed in white. The Highlanders wearing their home whites huddled up to our immediate left around head coach Wooldridge. Now they stride out onto the deck. Home white uniforms, white trunks, royal blue script Riverside across the chest. Trimmed in gold, the numerals royal blue trimmed in gold. Khalil Kelly at 6'8" against Chris Patton at 6'10". The jump center to begin this one, Rob Rourke, Jeremy Denty, Matt Tackett are the officials. 20 on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. Tip to Pacific, the Tigers right to left to begin the affair. And we're underway, homecoming at Riverside. Here's Taku in between the rings, lobs to the right corner. Harrell defending Fulton there. Back out in front, this is McLeod to the left wing. Beatty, 20 on the shot clock. Beatty fires to the right wing. Jump pass, right elbow down to the left corner. Beatty comes to the wing, shot clock's at 10. Highlanders playing man-to-man defense here. On the right wing, Taku lobs it down low. Kelly out the window and in. 2-0 Pacific. They milked that shot clock down to 5. And a very proficient opening possession for the Pacific offense. 2-0 Tigers. Here's Patton outside of the post right. Muscles into the key. Spins up with the right hand and ties the game. 2-2 tie as Patton puts that one down on the post. Here's McLeod up a high screen from Kelly. They get caught in a switch, the Highlanders, but Fulton has it up top, goes right side for Taku. Taku crossing over, gets Harriel into the air, passes into the middle post right. Kelly against Patton, turns around, off the window too strong. Rebound, Robert Smith. He had a career-high 11 rebounds in the loss at home on Thursday against Davis. So Smith has been doing a lot of rebounding from his guard position. 2-2 tie, 18:37 remaining first half. Taylor Johns in front of the defense. Here's a back-cutting Harriel, reverse layup, no. Tipped up and rebounded by McLeod from Pacific. Here they come right to left. Outside left, McLeod into the lane, Hang shoots with the right hand, it crawls in. 4-2, Pacific by 2, 18:17 remaining first half. Pacific plays a man-to-man defense. Smith with a white headband, gives it to Harriel on a curl up top. Harriel retreats with Taku defending him. 20 on the timer, Harriel crosses over, fires a deep three, got it. 5-4 Highlanders. Harriel with an NBA range three, and Riverside their first lead. 2 minutes, 10 seconds gone by, first half. Here's Beatty on the wing, gives Fulton in front. Left side, Taku watched by Harriel beyond the arc left. Lob it down to Beatty beyond the left block, works on Trey Owens, forces him to the baseline, a spin move, a foul, and the shot is good. Count the bucket and one opportunity for Pacific. Foul is on Trey Owens, his first personal foul, first foul of the ball game for either side, so the first team foul on Riverside. And now free throws here. Colin Beatty out of Maryland and Barton County Community College, 53.6% from the free throw line. His lone free throw is good. Pacific gets a three-point play and they lead it 7-5. It's interesting, Beatty shoots an amazing percentage, better than 43.5% from three-point range, yet as a free thrower, which is a closer shot, he's only at 53.5%. Statistical oddity. Highlanders in the half-court look, down 7-5. 20 on the timer. Left corner, Harriel, defensed by Taku. Now slashes in with the right hand. Gives it out to Smith. Right wing three is in the air and good. 8-7, Highlanders back in front. 17-10 to go, first half. Lorenzo McLeod out of Santa Rosa Junior College drives with the left hand out of the baseline into a crowd. Kicks it out right side. Taku, three ball, too long. Rebound Smith and the Highlanders. Here they come on the break, center of the floor. Smith slows down, dribbles between his legs, looks at the Pacific defense, which may have switched to a zone. Nope, it's a man-to-man still. Up top, Taylor Johns, hands off Harriel. Harriel, left elbow, step back. Smith, left wing, 20 to shoot. Owens, left corner, wheels to the top of the right hand. Swiping reach-in foul on Beatty at the 16:38 mark. First team foul on Pacific. First personal on Colin Beatty. Non-shooting variety. Inbound, left sideline, Owens gets it to Smith, left to the midcourt circle, and the painted bare visage. Smith, nice crossover, stops left elbow. Owens, left corner three, in and out. On a bounce, the rebound to Fulton and Pacific. Here comes Taku into the offense left, moves parallel to the free throw line, gets it back from Fulton, drives the right side of the lane, trying to split defenders, lobs out of a triple team. McLeod, right wing, sizes it up, now drives to the left hand, jump stop in the paint, series of pivots, follow a crazy from 14, got it! Oh my! Lorenzo McLeod out of Compton High School with an acrobatic shot, and Pacific leads 9-8. 16 minutes remaining in what is so far an entertaining first half. Smith directing traffic with the left hand, dribbling with the right, crossing over on McLeod, who moved defensively to challenge there. 15 on the timer. Smith without his dribble, trying to get it out. Harriel has it on the right wing with 10. Patton beyond the middle post right, well outside of the key, faces on Kelly. Shot clock is at 6. Taylor Johns at the top. Shot clock's at 4. Taylor down the lane. Scoop shot with the right hand, no. Kelly the rebound for Pacific. Gives to McLeod. Baseball bounce pass off of Robert Smith. It's a kicking violation and a timeout on the floor. Pacific will inbound. 15:31 remaining first half. Scoreboard shows the Tigers 9 and the Highlanders 8. Stay with us on the Riverside Basketball Network.
All right, guys, bring it in here. I want to say something to you. Now, there's one thing every team needs. You know what that is? It's not fancy uniforms. It's not equipment. It's a leader, people. That's right, Coach. I'm not talking about me. I'm not going to be out there holding your hand. I don't like holding hands. They get all clammy on me. Right. So tonight, I want you to do one thing. Before you go out, before you even think of grabbing an ice-cold Budweiser, you are going to designate a driver. You are going to group together, and you're going to decide who is going to step up, who is going to take charge, who's going to drive this team to victory, helping make sure everyone gets home safely. Because that is the most important thing. And after you do that, people, after that is done, you are going to go out together and make sure tonight is a great one. Now, come on. Great times are waiting when you designate a driver. Say it with me. Grab some Bud! Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
.15:31 remaining. First half, Pacific 9, Riverside 8. Both offenses shooting well. Pacific 4 for their first 6 from the field. Riverside 3 for their first 6. 4 points for Lorenzo McLeod. Out of the timeout, McLeod, Fulton, Kelly, Taku, and Beatty. Riverside with Smith, Harriel, Davin, Gwynn, Taylor Johnson, Chris Patton. So Gwynn is the first reserve for either side, and he will defend Beatty on his right in front of our broadcast location. 31 on the shot clock for Pacific. It was a kicking violation on Robert Smith before the timeout. Moving screen from Kelly. Jump pass, right corner, 3-ball. Taku, good. 12-8 Pacific by 4. 15:15 remaining first half. Here's Smith jogging across the midcourt stripe with a white headband. Right wing, Harriel. Works off a Patton screen. Easy switch for Pacific. Left corner, Smith. Trying to post up Patton, can't do it. 20 to shoot, he's on the wing. Now bounces it, Patton, middle post left. Works his way in against Fulton. Turnaround jump hook with the right hand, no. Taylor Johns follow, no. It goes caroming out of bounds under the goal, off of Pacific. It's a Highlander ball. 14:57 to go first half. 4-point Pacific lead. Baseline left inbound for Riverside in the offense. Harriel triggers the action. Outlets for Smith, deep left wing. Smith moves towards the center of the floor in front of the midcourt circle. Given a lot of room by Beatty. Harriel back to Smith. 3-ball from the top. Front rim, no. Rebound, Kelly, good position. Here comes Pacific, right to left. McLeod angling down the left side of the lane. All the way to the baseline, stops, maybe a travel, gets it back out. Taku, left wing. 25 on the timer. Here comes Patton and Harriel on a switch. They find the open man, it's Kelly with a dunk. 14-8. Kelly's got 4. Pacific leads by 6 at the 14:20 mark. Here's Smith for Riverside, handing off Harriel. Trouble with the handoff. They ran into one another. Nice lob. Johns down low for Patton, who's up and mauled. The shot's no good, but the Australian will have free throws here at the 14:10 mark. Second team foul on Pacific. Khalil Kelly guilty of his first personal foul, and Patton to the free throw line. Chris, the team's leading scorer, 13.1 points per game, had a double-double in the loss at home to Irvine. Check it to Davis on Thursday. Patton 64.1% from the line on the season. First free throw good. Pacific 14 and Riverside 9. Smith checks out. Stephen Jones is in. So the Highlanders backcourt, Harriel and Jones and Gwynn, the front line of Johns and Patton. Riverside goes small here. Second free throw from Patton, good. He makes a pair. 14-10, Pacific by 4 with the ball in the orange, right to left here in the first half. McLeod across the midcourt stripe, left-hand dribble. Works away from a high screen, spins into the lane. Teardrop shot is good over the swipe of Taylor Johns. 16-10 Pacific. Tony Gill is in on the front line for the Tigers. Jones down the left side, stripped to the ball going up. On the baseline left, it's out of bounds. It's off of Pacific. 26 to shoot for Riverside. Jones is out. Smith is back in. So quick minutes for the freshman Jones. Baseline left inbound, Riverside and Harriel. Harriel gets it to Patton near the left block. Passes out of a double team. Here's Davin Gwynn, who's fouled. And the shot's no good. He'll have free throws here at the 13:44 mark. Foul is on Travis Fulton, the senior out of nearby Corona. Highlanders free throws at the 13:44 mark, trailing 16-10. Highlanders 2 for 2 from the line tonight, as Patton made a pair a moment ago. Davin Gwynn 8 for 12 on the year. misses that one. So the first free throw no good. It remains a 6-point Pacific lead at the 13:44 mark. Fulton sits. So we'll set that Pacific lineup for you in a moment. Second Davin Gwynn free throw is in the air and good. 17-10, Tigers by a touchdown. Ross Rivera is in, so it's Rivera and Gill on the front line. The Highlanders bringing backcourt pressure. Beatty gives to McLeod, back to Beatty, lateral chest pass, he's into the offense left. Now McLeod has it at the midcourt circle with 25 on the shot clock. Taku right wing, gives it Beatty between the ring center, 20 on the timer. McLeod left wing, feeds it underneath. Rivera, bounce pass to the corner left, slashing in Taku. Jump pass, right corner, Beatty, three ball with a hand on his face. It's an air ball, goes right to Rivera. He's up and gets it to go. Ross Rivera working hard on the glass. Pacific's lead is 18-11. 13:07 to go, first half. Robert Smith with the ball for Riverside. To the right wing, bounce it down to the post right. Patton backs away, fakes a baseline jumper out for Harriel. In front of the midcourt circle. Now Smith left wing with 20 on the shot clock. Smith doesn't dribble against McLeod, goes further down into the corner for Davin Gwynn. Now on the left wing, Harriel, 10 on the timer, works away from a Taylor John screen, slips trying to pull up at the free throw line. Shot clock's at 6. Harriel, purely improvisational. A runner with the right hand is good. Little schoolyard flair there. Pacific 18, Riverside 13. 12:30 to go, first half. Beatty bounces Rivera, left corner. Taylor Johns watches the bounce pass go past him into the block for Beatty. Now it comes out to McLeod, back to Beatty, left corner, three, good. Pacific 21, Riverside 13. The Tigers ruthlessly efficient here in the early going. 12:10 remaining, first half. Robert Smith angling right for the Highlanders, hands off to Harriel. Shovels it over to Taylor Johns in front, Gwynn left wing. Lob it for Patton in the corner left. He bobbles, he gets it back, 20 to shoot. Muscles towards the key, gives it Smith top. Smith drives down the left side of the lane. Up and fouled, the shot's no good. Free throws coming for Robert Smith and the Highlanders at the 11:52 mark. The foul is on Tony Gill, his first personal, and the fourth team foul on Pacific. But first a timeout on the floor at the 11:52 mark. Pacific 21, Riverside 13. This is the Riverside Basketball Network.
Highlander fans, if you have a group, we have a game. Highlanders Athletics offers great discounts for groups of 15 or more. Bring out your team or organization for as little as $3 a ticket. Purchase in advance and get your team or organization's name up on the SRC Arena video board. For more information on scheduling your group's night out at a Highlanders Athletics game, contact the UC Riverside ticket office or visit GoHighlanders.com.
Parents, have you signed your son or daughter up yet for the Highlander Cub Club? Enroll them in the official youth organization of Highlander Athletics today. Members receive free admission to all Highlanders home sporting events throughout the year, plus the official Cub Club t-shirt, discount to local restaurants, and 2 passes to Castle Park Amusement. Signing up is easy. Visit GoHighlanders.com or stop by the Cub Club table in the lobby at the next home game. Get your little Highlander on the team this year by becoming a Highlander Cub Club member today.
$11:52 remaining, first half. Pacific 21, the Highlanders 13. We have a final from baseball. Riverside rallied to defeat the Gales of St. Mary's 12-6. The Highlanders have taken the first 2 of that 3-game set this weekend, so they clinched the series victory against the West Coast Conference opponent. Here in this one, Pacific leading 21-13. Pacific 9 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 1 for 1 from the line. 6 points for McLeod, 6 points for Beatty. Riverside is led by Chris Harriel, who has 5. Riverside is 4 of 10 from the field. Neither side has turned the ball over yet. Free throws here for the Highlanders. The foul was on Gill before the timeout, his first, and 4 team fouls now on Pacific. Robert Smith to the free throw line, the senior from Paris and Paris High School. Visited with him during the pregame report, talking about his senior night tonight as he misses the free throw. Smith on the year, 55% from the line. That was his first attempt this evening. One more free throw for Smith. No good. Rebound pulled by Gill and Pacific. So the Tigers retain the 8-point lead and move right to left in the orange at the 11:45 mark. Into the offense. High screen from Gill. McLeod, shot no good with the right hand. A foul is called, and it's on Lucas Devaney. Non-shooting foul. First personal on Lucas, second team foul on Riverside. Baseline right inbound for Rodrigo de Sousa from Sao Paulo. Rodrigo gives it on a curl, right side for Duran. He comes out to the top. Duran stops, gives it McLeod. Left wing now. De Sousa feeds it outside left. Shimmy from Rivera. Works on the shorter Davin Gwynn. Quick comes over to double. Passes to the corner. De Sousa goes to the floor. The ball's loose. It's knocked away and comes to Smith. And it's 4-on-2. Smith down the lane himself, off the window and in. (21-15). The Pacific lead is 6. 11:10 to go, first half. Smith has 5. Gill, one dribble, pass to the left side. De Sousa, watched by Gwynn beyond the arc. Gives it top McLeod. Crossing over on Smith. Down the lane left, galloping towards the rim. Blocked by Smith, then Devaney. Loose ball to Trey Owens, gives it back to Smith. Fires it for Gwynn in the offense. Gwynn, Smith, Devaney, Quick, and Owens, the 5 Highlanders. Pacific playing man-to-man defense with Gill, McLeod, Duran, De Sousa. There's a 3-ball left corner, good from Gwynn. Timeout Bob Thomason. The Highlanders storm within 3. 21-18 Pacific at the 10:35 mark. We'll keep it right here. So Davin Gwynn connects. And the Highlanders get within 3. Pacific is led by as many as 8 here in the early going. And they're shooting very well. So the Highlanders play for the final time this season in front of the home crowd. Then they head up the coast at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo on Thursday. That is a 7 o'clock tip Pacific time. We'll be on the air at 6:50 with the Highlander pregame report. Santa Barbara, the Saturday game, 7 o'clock tip from the Thunderdome. You know, the Highlanders have never won at the Thunderdome in the history of the earth. Highlanders backcourt pressure as Pacific brings it into the offense. There's Duran giving it to De Sousa, the Brazilian at the midcourt circle. Top for Gill, 20 to shoot, back to De Sousa, left of center, fakes a 3. Holding the ball, defensed by Smith. Now he retreats with a dribble in the right hand. Smith knocks it away, he recovers. De Sousa lobs to Fulton. Fulton has it between the rings with 10 on the shot clock. Right corner, there's a ball fake from Harris. Harris feeds it down into the post. Here's Gill against Devaney, 2 on the timer, spins into the key, shot is no good. Tipped around, rebound underneath, Devaney to the boards. On the deck is Harris, and the ball is going to go to Riverside. Nope, it's a timeout Pacific. Heady play there from Trevin Harris. Called timeout on the deck at the 9:54 mark. Now that raises an always interesting basketball discussion. Bob Thomason just used his first timeout a moment ago. And Harris just burned the Tigers' second timeout. They have 3 remaining for the ball game, regulation anyway. Will the ensuing possession here be really worth that precious timeout? For all the basketball philosophers and all the barstoolers of the world right now, discuss. Out of the timeout, Pacific with Gill, Beatty, Fulton, De Sousa, and Taku. Taji Johnson is in the Highlanders' backcourt. He defends the inbounder on the right baseline. It comes to De Sousa, fresh 35 here for Pacific, leading 21-18. Taku, right wing. Sama stops at the top, gives it to Gill, who fakes a 3, kicks it back to Taku, drives from the right wing, loses his dribble, bounces it to the high post. Fulton juggles, has it, 20 to shoot, down to the baseline, fall away, no good. Rebound slashing through is Harris, great rebound. Out for Taku, a 3 is good. 24-18. Well, the Tigers really lighting it up, shooting well. They shot 49% on Thursday on the road in the win over Fullerton. Here's Taji Johnson down the left side of the lane. Little leaner off the window, didn't draw iron. Fulton the rebound for Pacific. Here comes Taku flying into the offense up the near sideline. Taku works off a high screen from Gill. Devaney in the switch. Harriel recovers. Taku lost the ball, got it back, pivoting crazily. Jump pass down to the left block. Gill in a double team, bounces it out. Left side, 3-ball, good, and the foul. Trevin Harris, an opportunity for that rarest of bird, the 4-point play. 27-18, Pacific by 9. Foul is the third team foul on Riverside, and the first on Taji Johnson. And now the chance for the 4-point play. Trevin Harris at the line from Kingwood, Texas. 64.3% on the season from the line, and he puts it through. 28-18 Pacific with a 10-point lead thanks to a 4-point play. Here's Smith for Riverside, outside right, picks up the dribble, trying to feed Patton. Gets it to him in the middle post right. Quick spin from Patton, but he traveled as he tried to get to the rim. So the Highlanders give it to Pacific at the 8:43 mark. Tigers 28, Highlanders 18. De Sosa, Harris, Taku, Kelly, and Fulton, the 5 Tigers. De Sosa outside right, jump pass, skip it left wing. Open 3, Harris, good again. Trevin Harris shoots 38% from beyond the arc, and he's stuck 2 here. He has 7 points, 31-18, Pacific up big here at the 8:20 mark in the first half. Davin Gwynn top. Harriel can't get to a pass on the left wing, and the Highlanders give it right back to the Tigers. And the big homecoming crowd is a little silent right now, and Jim Wooldridge calls timeout at the 8:15 mark. We'll keep it right here. This was a back and forth affair, but the Tigers now have opened it up. 31-18 at the 8:15 mark. Let's check that out-of-town scoreboard. 7:31 to go second half. Irvine leading Long Beach State at the Brent Event Center. Well, it's March, right? Good time to be a college basketball fan. A little later on, Davis is at Fullerton. That's in about 25 minutes. In an hour and a half, Santa Barbara is at Northridge. Out of the timeout, 31-18, Pacific in front. Fulton, Taku, Kelly, De Sosa, and Harris. Kelly left elbow, drives on Patton, slashes to the right side of the key. Outside left, Harris, jump shot, good from 2, 15-footer left side. Harris, 3 for 3 from the field off the bench. 33-18, Pacific by 15. 7:55 to go first half. Smith hands off to Gwynn in front. There's a whistle away from the basketball. The foul is called on Taku. So first personal foul on Taku, 5th team foul on the Tigers. Timeout on the floor at the 7:50 mark. 33-18 Pacific. Stay with us on the Riverside Basketball Network.
Over 300 student athletes at UC Riverside are competing every year at the highest level of NCAA competition and in the classroom. Now we need you. Hi, this is Athletics Director Brian Wickstrom. Have you joined the Athletics Association yet? Join the organization that helps spread the Highlander spirit in the community and assists in funding student-athlete scholarships every year. Become a member of our team for as little as $5 per month. For more information, contact the UC Riverside Athletics Department or visit one of our members on Scholarship Row at the next home game. Thank you, and go Highlanders.
Parents, have you signed up your son or daughter for the Highlander Cub Club? Enroll them in the official youth or